Hello again, my name is Gaston Cruz. This is a lightning talk in Data Toboggan Cool Runnings 2022. Our talk is going to be about Power BI plus Synapse. This is 101 basics, entry level, to understand what is the synergy between those two services, Power BI and Synapse, and what we can bring together. So, again, my name is Gaston Cruz. I'm from Uruguay, now living in Bellevue, Washington. I am a Microsoft MVP in Data Platform Director in the Slalom Microsoft Center of Excellence space. I'm also Data Platform Architect, and I've been working closely as a Seattle Power BI user group leader. Today, we're going to mix a little bit of what is the kind of the new intelligent data platform. So what is the ingestion patterns, process, how we can store data, how we can leverage machine learning models, and how we can serve the data to be consumed for apps, Power BI, Kubernetes, or whatsoever. And then we can start talking around the Synapse Studio, what we bring into Synapse, what are the options that they are available at this point, and how we can connect, and what is the tips and tricks, and why I should be connecting Power BI to Synapse. So let's go directly to a live demo on this space. As we can see, we are in the Azure portal. We can create our Synapse instance in the Azure portal. We can leverage serverless pools, dedicated SQL pools, and you can see in the analytics pools in the left of this pane that we have the option to leverage the SQL pools here. In my case, I have the built-in serverless, and I have one dedicated SQL pool. We have the Apache Spark serverless scenarios to create notebooks and do forecasting, machine learning, all the stuff. And in my case, I don't have any instance, but we can create an instance of, or multiple instances of ADX. Going back to the overview here, you can right away open the Synapse Studio and see all the framework. So if I hit the home option here, you can see that this is the main Synapse Studio window. From here, you can connect right away to Power BI. If I click in the visualized option here, you can connect to link service, and you can see the data sets coming. This is a connection between Synapse and Power BI, and in this workspace I can see only one data set. In the other workspace I have multiple data sets. How I can see all the information coming in this case? If you go to the manage option here, you can see that in the manage option, you can see all the link services, and you can connect right away. In my case, I have connections to Blob Storage, to Azure SQL, to Dynamics, and I have a couple of connections to two different workspaces in my Power BI tenant. If I want to connect a new one, it's just as simple as click the new option here, go and search for Power BI, and then you can name your link service, and then you're gonna connect into the tenant, and then you can search for your workspace name, and then hit create, and that is connecting your Synapse Studio with Power BI. What is next? I have, in this case, just to give an example, data coming to my Synapse Studio. Remember that you can connect with in multiple ways your Synapse Studio. You can connect with an Azure Data Lake. You can connect and bring CSV data, Parquet data. In my case, I have a linked sample data set. Remember that it's really simple to bring examples or samples of data. You can click here in data, browse the gallery, and connect with any of these samples that are coming available to the Synapse Studio. Then after you bring the data into your data lake, you can query that data directly, or you can start running SQL scripts or notebooks to start creating of external tables or views directly connecting to your, in my case, Azure Data Lake. That is one option. How we can connect Power BI and what means to connect Power BI with this space. First of all, what are the options that we have available? If you go to the Develop tab in My Synapse Studio, you have available not only the SQL script that we can run, the notebook script that we can run against any of the data source or link services. Also, we have a Power BI space. And if I hit any of these options, I can see all the data sets coming to the workspace. I can see all the data sets that lives in this workspace. So this is connecting directly to my Power BI service. So if I go to the workspace itself in my Power BI service here, all the content here, all the data sets that we are looking here in the Power BI space, they are there in the Synapse Studio. So that being said, we can create and start right away create new reports from one of these data sets. But also we can get a connection to any of those views or tables that we create in the Synapse Studio. How we can do that? Directly, you can hit the option of create a new Power BI data set here, and it's going to create a new file for you that is going to connect Power BI desktop, so you can continue create the model from here. If you see here on start to create a new data set, it's going to connect to your SQL pool. In my case, I have two databases in my SQL pool, and it's going to get the connection so you can open from the Power BI desktop and continue to create relationships, create the data model, and then create the report and publish directly to the services. That is really one of the great options. The other great option for us is that you can leverage all the reports and see all the reports directly from here. So without the need of going to the Power BI service, you can go and hit any of these reports and see the reports directly from here and manipulate all the reports directly from the Synapse Studio window. So that is a really great option to start testing, what are the options that we have available. Start creating new data sets, start refining the data, start looking if you want exactly this for the report and then publish to the service, because this connection is live. So you can connect to any of the data source that you have available in the Synapse Studio, then create a new data set from here, and then create a new report from here. So that is one of the things that no need to go to the other layer in terms of switching between the Synapse Studio window to the Power BI service itself. And the connection is seamless in terms of, anytime you create that connectivity between the Synapse Studio and your workspace in Power BI, that is a live connection. So that is a little bit of what I would love to bring to the table today in this lightning talk. And this is kind of entry level in terms of what's going on with Synapse, what's going on with Power BI, and what I can get from that linking between Power BI and Synapse. That's going to be all from our end. Thank you very much to be here. Stay tuned. There's a lot of great sessions today in the Cool Running 2022, and it was a pleasure for me to be here. Thank you.